Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and I want to go over a video that I put out about a week ago now, drying out a wet bin, or the castings so I can sort them. So I had a lot of comments, a lot of great suggestions for adding cardboard and doing things like that. There are some things that I was trying to do with this that are a little bit different, and that is one, I didn't want to add too much to the bin because I don't want the worms to migrate to it, because I want to move them to a new bin. And then I have these huge pieces of cardboard, or this cardboard that I'm putting into a new bin. So that's part of the reason why I didn't do that, but those are really good suggestions. The other one I heard is that, I really shouldn't, why is it this wet, and, things like that. Well, let me explain my bins here. I'm going to take you down here back to this bin. So, as you can see, this bin has holes in the sides up here, okay? But it has nothing on the bottom, so nothing's going to drain through here. Now, what I've done in the past is I've taken a bin like this, picked it up, and dumped it in another bin. One of my flow-throughs that I have, such as, let me just show you here. This one right here, this yellow one, this is one of the ones that I use a lot of times. I would dump it in, and I would let it dry out, and then I would take it out. So that's what I'm trying not to do with this, is put it in another bin. I just want to have it in here. I want to dry it out, get it so the castings are nice and loose. I'm going to grab a glove here so I can take a look at them and see how they're doing. It looks like it's getting better. There's less liquid in here than there was before. I'm not adding any food. There's still some cardboard in here, like you can tell on the top here and everything. This is still a little bit muddy, but it's getting much better. This was 100% mud before, and down here it's still it's still a little bit too muddy, and then obviously over here it's just mud. You can just tell it's just way too thick. But it is starting to dry out, and it's getting better and better with every time that I kind of move this over, and there's more water that drains over here. I think the worms actually are bringing this stuff over because they were just congregating in there like crazy. But what's happening is this is just slowly drying out. Now, one of the things I would probably do differently is I'd probably dump this in a bigger tray, or as somebody said, a big cardboard box actually would work really well, and that way it would just kind of seep out through the cardboard but leave the worms inside. So that would probably be something that I might do in the future, but the problem is it's a one-time solution. You can't use it multiple times. So as you can tell, this is starting to look pretty good actually on the top here. This is really starting to dry out. It's nice and kind of crumbly. It would probably be able to be sifted a little bit. It might be a little bit thick still, but it's not bad. This is still thick, and down here, even at this level, it's still kind of thick. It might sort, but it might not. This isn't going to fall through a screen by any means. So that's just an update on how this is doing. It's getting better. It's definitely starting to dry out. The reason why I also am moving it over to one side is that way the water, this is actually tilted a little bit. This side's higher, and it's slowly, the water's running down to this side over here, and as I bring it back up, the water runs out again. So I'm bringing this back up here, just like this. As you can tell, there's kind of like a line here, and this is a little bit muddy there, but there's kind of a line. So I'm bringing this back up to the top here. This is going to dry out. Worms will move back down, and what's going to happen is more water is going to move down to this side. And it's just going to keep doing that until it dries out. Now, this is very, very wet. I'd let this bin go a little bit longer, but it's not killing the worms. There's plenty of airflow in here. It doesn't smell at all. It's just really wet. So that's what I've been trying to do with this. And what happens is the worms moving through this, they kind of collapse it down, and it slides back down this way, and then I just roll it back up like this. And I've been doing this now for probably a week at the point that I made the video, so about 2 weeks now. Some of the other methods that people had mentioned would probably be faster. If I had a bigger container so I could spread this out more, maybe such as a container like this concrete mixing tub. If I had a really deep one, I can maybe dump it in here and see how it does, but I don't have anything right now that is available that I can leave for, a week or a couple days of, and not use. So that's why I'm trying this out. I will try with one of my other bins. I have a couple bins down here. If you can see, this is actually just sitting on another bin. I'll probably try that with a different method. And the idea is to try to figure out the best way to dry out these bins. I know that this is a very common issue. I've seen tons of questions on other sites about how do you dry out your castings, and mine have turned very muddy, and what do you do? So that's what I'm trying to solve in this video, and I'm trying to find ways that anybody could do it. You don't need some special equipment or like a heater or, you know, a fan blowing on it for 24/7 as you monitor it or anything like that. I'm looking for something that's very simple that anybody could do with the bins that they have. So like with this, there's no extra parts other than maybe, you know, if you had this on the floor, I'd put a wood board underneath one side to lift it up or something like that, but there's nothing really extra you need. Next, I'll probably try dumping it in a bigger container and then spreading it out and see how that works. And then maybe I'll try a cardboard box. I don't think I have any more cardboard boxes at the moment, but I probably can get a hold of some to try that. So I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on and how this is doing. It is getting better. It's draining a little bit slower. We already have a little bit of water buildup coming out over here, and this will just keep draining, and it's starting to get a little heavy that side, but you know, so it'll keep going here, and it'll keep moving, and we'll see if we can dry this out, and then I'm hoping to sort it, you know, either by hand or if I can get something that I can use to sort it, maybe something to just kind of screen it. So we'll see. But that's my video for this week. Thank you everybody for watching, and please subscribe and like my videos. Thank you.